stand and we'll hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began. Yeah, well, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand oh, in hand. We've been living so long in the shade of this life we won't live. We're thinking about how much we take and how much we give. This heart we're feeding is starving for something real. It's about the good you do, not just the good you feel. Well, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we hold each other hand in hand. And we hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began. Yeah, well, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand oh, in hand, hand in hand. Every day is a choice and every life is a force, and it rises with every sun. We pick the verse and the chorus and the words, we sing it with everyone. We won't stop reaching no matter how high we climb. There's so many more, not free. It's about the good you do, not just the good you see. Well, the mountain smiles on you and me. Yeah, the mountain smiles on you and me. I said the mountain smiles on you and me, 'cause the world was made for you and me. Yeah, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began. Yeah, well, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand oh, in hand, hand in hand. Well, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe. Yeah, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe
where it all began.
העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר מאוד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד. afraid, knowing you are with me. As I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not fear, knowing you are near. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד.
וכבוד אדוני עלייך זרח. כי ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, אל תראי, כי לא תבושי, ברחמים גדולים אקבצך, ובחסד עולם ריחמתי. כולי אורי כי באורך, וכבוד אדוני עלייך זרח. כולי אורי כי באורך, וכבוד אדוני עלייך זרח. חסדי מאיתך לא ימוש, וברית שלומי לא
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our virtual only Erev Shabbat for this Friday evening. Glad you could all join us. Glad that we could be here with you. We miss seeing those of you who have been coming in the sanctuary, but that's the way things go sometimes. So we are resilient and we are strong, and we will prevail. And the spirit of Shabbat certainly helps us do that. So turn it over to Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Wonderful, wonderful to be with you on this Shabbat and join in this virtual community with one another to take a breath, to engage with our tradition, with our deepest selves, with God, with each other. And we'll start with a little bit of music. Shalom Aleichem. And I'll put in the Facebook chat a link to the Siddur if you want to follow along and be there. If you don't have a Siddur at home, we are on page 24.
Yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, da da da, ya da 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 da, yai da 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 da, da 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 da, yai da da. Shalom lechem malachei hasharet. Malchei, Malchei, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech, Mimelech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malchei, Malchei, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech, Mimelech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malchei, Malchei, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech, Mimelech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Yadadadai, 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 Die, die, die. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Die, die, die. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malchei, Malchei, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech, Mimelech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. One last time. Ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da, Die, 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 die.
We turn to bless our Shabbat lights. We are on page 2 in our Siddur. And I invite you to welcome the light into your own home as well. If you have candles you'd like to light along with us, you can do that. I'm going to just share a reading and then we'll join in the blessing. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת.
We turn to pages 20 and 21 for Lecha Dodi as we continue to welcome Shabbat. As is our custom, we take a moment to reflect on the week that has passed, to pause on each day, on its challenges and its blessings, and then we'll come back again, pages 20 and 21 for Lecha Dodi. We'll sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to the last verse, we turn towards the door to our home to welcome the Shabbat presence and that nishama yetera, the extra soulfulness that travels with us during Shabbat, into our hearts and into our homes.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela 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 Shamo v'zacho b'dibor echan Hishmianu el hamyuchan Adonai echan Ushmo echan B'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela Likrat Shabbat Lechuven Elcha Ki Mekor Habracha Mirosh Mikadem Nisucha So Ma'aseh B'Makshevat Chila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela Oreri Kiva Orech Kumi Ori Uri Uri Shedaberi Kevod Adonai Alayich Nigla Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nikabela Bohi v'shalom Ateret bala Gam b'simcha Uv'tzola Toch emunei Am segula Boi chala Boi kala lechadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nikabela lechadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nikabela.
We continue on page 26 with Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'v'yom echon uv'chayed echol ben Yisrael bagala ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מברך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח יתפאר וירומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשיו בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמה ויאמרו Amen.
We rise in body or in spirit for Baruch Hu, our call to prayer.
Oh, am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I aware? Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yadadai, dai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, dai. Yada die die die, yada die die die.
Page 30, last three lines in the Hebrew.
El chai v'kayam, tamidim l'chaleinu le'olam va'en, Baruch ata Adonai,
Baruch Shemo.
Hamariv, Aravi.
Amen. Page 33. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. We continue with Kihem Chayenu on page 32.
Kihem Chayenu Ve'orech Yameinu Uvahem Nege Yomam Ve'layla לגייומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגיומם ולילה, נגיומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 34 and 35, we connect ourselves with everything that exists with the unity of creation, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
We continue on page 36 with Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Hamed. We continue with Mi Chamocha, our song of freedom, page 40.
מי כמוך, האלים אדוני, מי כמוך, נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא. מי כמוך, האלים אדוני, מי כמוך, נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקיים לבני משה ומרים, זה לי אנו. ואמרו אדוני ימלוך עולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושי פלא. נורא תהילות עושי פלא. נורא תהילות עושי פלא. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. We ask God to watch over us and shelter us with a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace, that we may lay down at night with a sense of wholeness, rise up in the morning with a sense of purpose. Hashkivenu, page 42.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלום לך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלום לך. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלום לך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלום לך. אמן. אמן.
We give thanks for Shabbat, for the breath that it gives to our life, that ability, that moment, that day to breathe, to make space for things that are important, to make space for our community, for our deepest, connecting to our deepest selves, for connecting to the Holy One, for just stopping and being for a day. We join in Vishamru as we give thanks for Shabbat.
Vishamru b'nei Israel et HaShabbat, Lasod et HaShabbat, Lidorotam berit olam. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We turn to page 46 as we move into our Amidah. We rise in body or in spirit. We'll sing the introductory verse on the first three blessings out loud, then have some silent time for silent reflection and a musical contribution from Dr. Randy Polivoy.
Oh, Shah, oh, Shah, oh, Shah, oh, Shah, Adonai, Sefatai Tiftah, Ufi Agi Tehilatecha Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot Ve'imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei Vneihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah.
Page 50.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Hakol atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim, umatir asurim, umkayem emunato lishenei afar. Micha mocha bal gevurot, umido melach, melech memid umchaye, umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol.
Page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Baruch Shemo.
Ha'el HaKadosh.
Amen.
Please take a few moments for silent prayer for the text of your own heart.
Well, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. And once again, Happy New Year. I hope you can hear me. I have my mic right by my face here. So I'm going to be doing another Hashkivenu. So you get two for the price of one tonight. Dan Nichols is an American Jewish rock musician and founder of the band 18. Obviously, the reference being to Chai. He was born in Indiana in 1969, and his whole family, believe it or not, converted to Judaism when he was only 7 years old. He has received numerous awards and honors and released a number of recordings of Jewish music, and he also performs regularly at synagogues, Hillels, JCCs, and Jewish youth camps all across the country. On a personal level, Paul and I have played his setting of Beshamru, which he didn't do that tonight, but we've done it on occasion. And this is his Hashkivenu dating from 2004, which Rebecca Mirsky and I introduced in November when Paul was away on vacation. And I hope we can do it again. I have done a little bit of consolidating the vocal and accompaniment parts and shortened the piece in the interest of time. So this is Dan Nichols' Hashkivenu.
Thank you so much, Dr. Polvoy. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. And again, Happy New Year.
Shabbat Shalom. So this week, we have moved a little further. We introduced plagues last week in our Passover story, right? One of the stories of the Torah that we are most familiar with because we tell it every year at the Seder. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the plague of darkness. A 10-year-old religious school student who was looking at the plagues for the first time as they were visited upon the ancient Egyptians and learned about the 9th plague, the plague of darkness, asked the rabbi, what kind of plague was that? After all, couldn't they have just lit their lamps and been able to see in the darkness? Isn't that what they did every night when it got dark? The rabbi smiled and said, the darkness from which the Egyptians suffered was a special kind of darkness. It was not simply a lack of light that could be solved by lighting lamps. Rather, it was an inability for anyone to see or interact with any fellow human being. It was as if a thick depression fell on everybody, leaving them entirely alone. People were cut off from people as if they were in solitary confinement. There was blackness of despair of being entirely alone in the world. And that is what the Torah means when it says, they saw not one another. They were blind to each other's needs. Each person saw only themselves. And that rather than physical darkness, that is a terrible plague. Judaism expects of us that we should see each person as a human being who has needs, feelings, fears, hungers, hopes, just as we do, who is a child of God, just as we are, who is entitled to be treated with dignity, justice, and compassion, just as we claim for ourselves. We need other people and they need us. Barbara Streisand saying in Funny Girl, people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. And most of us are such people. We need people. Most human beings need the interaction with other human beings in order to succeed, to find meaning. God says to the first human, to Adam, Lo tov heyot Adam levado. It is not good for a human to be alone. To be alone, the only thing in creation that God says is not good. We hear of children who grow up neglected, who receive minimal human interaction, often suffer from what psychologists call failure to thrive. And the worst punishment we give to incarcerated adults is to be put into solitary confinement. Cutting people off from others is a severe punishment, should be used only in extreme cases. And yet we often still have trouble really seeing one another. And a great deal depends on our ability to see one another. Once a rabbi was making their way through the corridors of Cedars-Sinai Hospital and met a friend who was carrying a heartbreaking burden of family problems, including very serious illness. When the rabbi asked her what she was doing in the hospital, she proudly announced that she is a volunteer. With all your troubles? The rabbi asked, where do you get the strength to help others? Rabbi, she answered, this work saves me. If I didn't come here twice a week, I don't think I'd be able to carry on at all. Sometimes when we are struggling ourselves, the best we can do to rouse our souls to feel better is to find opportunities to help others. In bringing light to others, we bring light to ourselves. People need people to function, to thrive, and to flourish. The rabbis of the Talmud taught that we can begin our morning prayers when there is enough light that we can recognize our neighbor's face. Only when we begin to see each other are we ready to turn to God. Light is the joy of human faces, face to face. Darkness is the despair of human beings completely alone. The Torah tells us that during the plague of darkness in Egypt, all the people of Israel had light in their dwellings. This is the basic challenge that confronts each of us, to keep aglow the light of understanding and caring, which enables us to truly see each other. For it is only when we see the humanity in one another that we can preserve it within our society, our community, and even ourselves. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to turn now to our prayer for healing, which you'll find on page 256.
The version I'm going to share is called Heal Us Now, and it not only talks about the healing of our own physical, spiritual, or emotional well-being, but also that of the broader society, and especially in our nation, given the events commemorated this week and also the incredible spread of the COVID-19 variant. I hope you find this meaningful. Refainu Adonai v'nei Rapha, Oshienu v'nivashea, El karov lekol korav, ach kerov l'reav yisho. We pray for healing of the body. We pray for healing of the soul, for strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray once again to be whole. El Narifana. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shleima. El Narifana. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shleima. Heal us now. Heal us now. Hoshia et hamecha, uvarech et nachalatecha, ureim v'nasim ad ha'olam. Mishaberach avotenu, mishaberach imotenu, Adonai, Adonai, Hoshiana. We pray for healing of the people. We pray for healing of the land, for peace, for every race and nation, every child, every woman, every man. El Arifana. Oh, please now. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, refuat shlema elna rifana. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, refuat shlema, heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now.
We ask for blessings upon Rebecca Gilman, Hannah Fields Austin, Sue Tobak, Paula Steinbach, Rosin Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Pam Poliakoff, Connie Shapiro, Kathy Blumenfeld, Caitlin Antrim, Judith Bosworth, Kathy Brewster, Jennifer Rudin, Marion Snyders, Kimberly Zimmerman, Brad Holland, Beatrice Caden, Meg Silton, Serena Postal, Bobby Kay, Marilyn Freeman, Robert Strober, Marilyn Lubarsky, Joe Kummerman, Ellery Einstein, Ken Mitchell, Patricia Kramer, Bavini Feldman, James Cecile, Esther Bespris, Joan Morse, Nomi Kravitz, Craig Sachs, Simon Saul, Blair Pollock, Myra White, David Grossman, Daniel Brewster, Lori Snyder, Jeremy Noller, Sherry Razade, Mike Klein, Lily Morrison, Reed Gratz, Sarah Kogeman, Richard Handley, Barbara Fass, Karen Rosenthal, James Aiken, and all of those in your hearts and in the chat.
Oh, please heal them now. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, refuat shlema, heal them now. Heal them now. Please heal them now.
I'd like to invite Jeff Pass, member of our Board of Trustees, to share some announcements with you. Hi, Jeff. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And I feel so lucky to have been here tonight because this has just been a fantastic service, certainly the best one of 2022 so far. And thank you, Rabbi, for your spiritual leadership and for your enlightening sermon tonight about light. And thank you, Cantor, for your energetic leadership in song. Especially, I enjoyed the Songs of Peace. And thank you to Dr. Randy Polivoy for bringing Dan Nichols to us. What a treat. Also, thank you to the crack, top-notch technical team that enables us to have this great Zoom and Facebook transmission. I have a couple of announcements, related announcements, and I urge you to check out the Thursday e-blast that comes. If you haven't looked at it in a while, it's very well organized and presented, and people work really hard on it. And I guarantee if you were to look through it, you would find something of interest. The big thing I want to announce is Sunday morning, our Brotherhood has a special speaker, the Vice President of the National Organization of Men of Reformed Judaism, Brian Hatkoff, who's also from Southern California. He's going to be speaking to us. He is in line to become the president of the national organization. He has a lot of insight. He has a lot of ideas. If you've never attended a Brotherhood meeting, this could be the first one to just get a sense of the possibilities inherent in this organization that we treasure. It starts at 9 a.m. with the business meeting, and Brian Hatkoff will speak at 9:30. Not that the men are the only things going on. We have the women of TBI. They have a vibrant organization also, and they will be calling people together on the 30th at 9 a.m. For what do they call that? Moms. I can't read my own handwriting. But the moms are getting together, and it's not just moms, it's all women of TBI to get together and have a nosh. So yeah, Moms Nosh, that's what it's called. So that's another great organization to join. And we are very lucky to have all of these organizations. One final note, if the virus is keeping you indoors and you're looking for things to do, check out some of our adult Jewish learning opportunities. This could be the great chance for you to get involved in that meeting that you never were able to attend or weren't able to attend earlier. But now that you're stuck at home, give it a try. I think you'll learn a lot. And you'll see how many vibrant offerings we have here at TBI. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Jeff. We're going to move toward the conclusion of our service with Aleinu L'Shabeach, which you'll find on page 282. And then we have our conclusion line on page 287, 282, and then 287. Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Page 294, our thoughts turn to those who have been important in our lives and have left this earth, those who have died in recent days or at this time in years past. And of course, if you have people who you're remembering in your life, feel free to include them in the chat. We remember the recent deaths of Seema Saul-Vet, sister of Simon Saul, of Tom Irvin, father of Katie Loeb. Remember the Yortzites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Shirley Abrams, Aldum Barreto, Jacob Brotman, Albert Cadis, Rupert Davenport, Betty Fisher, Louis Kay, Jacob Rochester, Herb Snedeker, Nettie Zimmerman, Maddie Premack, Morris Singer, Eleanor Wine, Estrella Alpern, Ron Frankel, Lenore Hirsch, Dove Landsberg, Evelyn Leah, Alan Parker, Morris Singer, Tex Stanley, Michael Greenstein, Morton Grossman, Florence Harris, William Kanholani Namaho, Betty Parker, Bernice Schwartz, Renee Sherman, David Moses Hirsch, Jennifer Pack Smith, Larry Treadwell, Nancy Block, Daniel Horwitz, Faye Merberg, Isabel Weiss, Beatrice Braun, Phyllis Cadaret, Morris Litwack, and Mark Schaffner. We join in the words of Kaddish, again, page 294. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei. V'chayachon uv'yomachon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. V'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach v'olam olomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dukudasha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru
Amen.
amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. So we'll conclude our worship with Biyado and then stick around for Kiddush and Motzi.
Beyado of Kidduchi, Eidishan ve'a'ira, Be'imruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira, Be'imruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira. My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your hand. Beyado of Kidduchi, Be'edishan ve'a'ira, Be'imruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira, Be'imruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira.
If you have a little wine or juice there, you can grab it so that we can join in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho ve'ahava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu vacharta, ve'otanu kidashta, Mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha'shabbat. Chaim.
L'chaim. Grab a little
That
challah.
was good. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We're back tomorrow night at 6:45 for Havdalah, and we'd love to have you join us. The link is in the Thursday email. See you all soon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. See you tomorrow.